Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're like me and you're feeling the pain in your wallet from Netflix and Amazon Prime's new prices, well, this is the show for you. Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to go over our top TV horror that is right on Tubi TV. Tubi is a free streaming service platform that you can watch some great TV horror. So if you need your fix for all your seasons, your horror, your mystery, your drama, then I've got them right here. Let's go over those top 10 TV horrors for you. That's right, try saying that 5 times. Yeah, this is going to be like a two-part series because I'm going to go over some of my favorite top TV horror series out there. Now, some of them are fun, some of them are campy, some of them are straight up horror, but at the end of this list, at least you'll have your fix of horror that you can watch on TV. Now, not in a particular order. I mean, I said it's 10. I know it's a two-part series, but I'm going to go over 5 that you can watch right now. And again, if you need some help, I've got that information on how you can download Tubi TV right up here on the screen, or right up there on the screen, and you can watch your Tubi TV horror. Now, this is not in any particular order, but it is an order in which I'm going to say them to you. Does that make any sense? Yes. So, coming in at number 10 is our 2007 Blood Ties. That's right. 2007 was a good year for horror TV. Blood Ties had 2 seasons, vampire and fantasy, and it's sort of the middle of the line. So it's not really too much. It's got the drama, it's got the romance, and it's got a vampire. So what more can you ask for? I mean, you've got the pretty boy vampire, you've got the budding relationship, you've got the mystery of, is he a vampire? Yes, he's a vampire, but does he kill? He only kills to solve a crime. You know, that type of deal. So it's not that bad. This is considered sort of a family show, but it does have some sexiness added into it. Nothing that you can't handle if you're 14 and over, but this is a TV series that you can really actually sink your teeth into. See what I did there? Coming in at number 9 is Forever Night, a 1992 series which had 2 seasons, and yes, another vampire series. That is right, another vampire drama series in the 90s, no doubt. In the 90s was more gritty. The 90s had a little bit more spunk to their vampires, you know, a little bit more punk in what they were wearing, and, you know, a little bit more panache for them. Now, if you remember, this main actor, Garrett Wynn Davies, he was actually in another 90s film called Dracula, the TV series, that was also in the 90s, and he played more of a sort of the vampire assistant. His name was Klaus in that one, but you know, then he crossed over, had his own show, more gritty, more raw, and you know, he was actually the good guy in this one. So this was coming in at number 9, which is Forever Night, and that is K-N-I-G-H-T, Forever Night. Coming in at number 8 is the Dresden Files. That's right, Dresden Files, another 2007. I told you 2007 was a good year. 2007, it only had 1 season, and this one was a fantasy sort of crime drama. Not so much of horror, but it did have sort of its elements of sort of fantasy and mystery. Like there was all kinds of witches and devils and all kinds of all other imagery that you can take as being horrific, but it was nothing shy of being horrible. It only lasted for 1 season. I myself really enjoyed this series, and I don't know why it did not carry on. The writing was good. It had a little bit of humor. I mean, it was doing its best, but oh well, it just didn't go any further than that. But the Dresden Files, or Dresden Files, I should say, Dresden Files, is streaming on Tubi TV right now. So this is your middle of the line horror. Coming in at number 7 is Dracula. That is right. 2013 was a good year for NBC. NBC had Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, who played the titular character Dracula. That is right. This is not Bram Stoker's, although this was more based off of the actual book. book, but it still was not really what he had in mind. I mean, this is now sort of like a crossover, a modern take of where Bram Stoker, he's now in England and he's like bringing in England into the new modern age where there's lights, there's showbiz, there's all kinds of stuff. This was an original series on NBC, and I gotta tell you, I watched it when it first premiered and I was shocked at all the sexiness that NBC gave. I was clutching my pearls. I was doing everything. I was like, okay, NBC, y'all are trying to do a little Game of Thrones. Y'all were learning. I see y'all were learning. Y'all were taking notes because it did have everything. I mean, and the costumes were just beautiful. Now, this is not so much of a family show. If you were under 14, this is more, I think, more of a 21 and up. I mean, you can barely get there if you're 16, 17, but at 21 and up, because there are some sexy scenes and the horrible decapitation of, did I say that? The horrible killings. It was very gruesome to see and to watch. However, there were other themes, there was other things going on with this. But other than that, this was a great series, and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers did an excellent, excellent job as Dracula. Coming in at number 6 is Sleepy Hollow. This was 2013. Again, another great year for horror at the time. This originally aired on Fox, and this one was actually a really good take on the Sleepy Hollow myth. Now, it was on for 4 seasons, so they did something right. And of course, Fox Studios, they're gonna do it always, always right. And with the money that Fox has, I mean, they were throwing out money everywhere. This series lasted for 4 seasons. That's right, 4 seasons, because it was drama, it was mystery, and horror is a little bit later on because it did have witches and it had ritual, you know, all kinds of things that were in there. So it wasn't so much as horrible, it was more of the subject matter. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on with this, but this was like their modern take where a period drama meets the modern day 2013 of like an investigator, this African American, and she did a great job. Her ancestors had something to do with the whole original Sleepy Hollow myth, and I'm just gonna leave it right there. But for 4 seasons, you can check this out on Tubi TV, and this is sort of middle of the line. So this was a family show that you can watch, and you can see if the myth was true. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm Carshénah with Verse Films Productions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit those notification bells so you can be notified when I upload a new video for the week for your horror fix. Thank you so much for those who are supporting small channels like mine, and I can't wait to see you soon. Take care.